The controversial death of Ikonso, the first commander of the Eastern Security Network. In retrospect, welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. 1 year ago, Nnamdi Kanu, the founder and leader of a Southeast separatist group, the Independent People of Biafra IPOB, created the Eastern Security Network ESN. But unlike the IPOB, the ESN members are allowed to bear arms and ammunition. This controversial death of Ikonso, this particular name is all new to me. I have very limited information. I do not know anything about it for now. But IPOB is a very, very popular name. And this one they are saying the controversial. How controversial is it since, the information, I've not gotten first-hand information about this one. But let's find out what happened. I guess this is a story about how he died and what led to his death and other things. So let's find out more. Now the news in details. According to the leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, it was created for the sake of defending the Igbo indigents from the killer Fulani herdsmen and other criminal syndicates who were constituting insecurity in the entire Southeast. When the ESN was created, a former indigenous people of Biafra member whose name was Wokike Kayinayo Andy, who was also known as Ikonso Don and hailed from our Mama Oru East local government area of Imo State, was made its first commander. Seeing the floating of the Eastern Security Network ESN, the frequent destruction of lives and property taking place in the Southeast have been blamed on its operatives. Ikonso was said to be the leading mastermind of an unlawful act. As a result of this accusation, he was declared wanted by the federal government, FG. However, on the 25th of April, news about his death went out the air. As a result of this, controversy bordering on how and where he was killed by the Nigerian security forces broke out between the government forces and the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB. And while the former claimed that the young man was killed in a shootout with its men, the latter argued that it was when he traveled to his hometown of Awa Mama that he was arrested and beaten to death in an ambush by the troops. However, in the course of the above said disagreement, an alleged intimate friend of a late Biafran Nation agitator, Arinze Obiajunwa Zona Boy Obi, was fingered by the IPOB and ESN compatriots as the one who whispered his whereabouts to the government forces. But while denying the allegation, Obi, who is a musician, allegedly pleaded with the indigenous people of Biafra to stop accusing him of plotting the killing of his bosom friend. According to him, he did not believe in the Biafra struggle until Ikonso educated him about it. Also, he said that his death would have been revenged in due course. In addition to Obi, the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodimma, was also accused in the controversies that accompanied the death of Ikonso Don. According to the IPOB Media and Publicity Secretary, Emmanuel Powerful, the governor's beef for the late ESN leader started after he tried to no avail to make him enlist a security outfit called Ebubago, which was set up by the state. In the middle of an argument, the leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra requested for two things from the government of Imo State. The first one was that the state government house should be renamed after Ikonso Don. Secondly, it requested that a place which is Douglas Road, where the first ESN commander was killed, should be also changed to his name. Sincerely, this one they are saying they are looking at this issue from two sides. One of them said he was killed in a shootout, and another. Sincerely, I don't have first-hand information about this, but if the latter was the case, that means that he was ambushed and beaten to death. Sincerely, it makes no sense. No, the security operatives, there are other ways that they can lay ambush. What is now the difference from what the security operatives, if the latter was true, what is now the difference from, an angry mob ambushing someone who committed little or no crime, who maybe might be innocent. Well, there's no difference. When when a mob, when they hear thief, 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 people who are unlearned and illiterate, not even illiterate, people who are hardened, who have hardened mind for I do not know what reason, they carry tires, and before you know, they lynch the person, not even wanting to know if that person actually that you're about to lynch even was the one that was the victim of the thief. Because there have been situations where they'll shout, thief, 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 and at the end of the day, the person who is going to be lynched and who the mob is going to attack ends up being the victim. Instead, the thief will now move away without anyone noticing him. So if the latter was the case, sincerely, it is not it is not to be supported. Except the first way. Now he died in the situation, I'll say, okay, fine, he's not supposed to, or they have not supposed to engage them. But if they the security operatives actually kill this young man, then I tell you, there is no difference from the so-called security operatives and the mob. Because when you keep hearing issues like this arise, I keep asking myself, of what use is it that we now have security operatives if the latter is true? If I am going to be feeling scared of armed robbers, then I am still traveling and I see police officers on the road and I'm still scared of them. What is now the essence? What is the essence that the same crime a security operative, an armed robber will commit, a security operative will even commit, and he or she will not be held responsible for any reason at all, had they taken him and tried him? I keep hammering on the later because it is very possible. There have been many instances during this period, especially in this year 2021, where people have been held, have been arrested and kept in prison for a long time. A typical example of this is one young lady, her named Glory. She was accused that she was actually a friend of the indigenous people of Biafra member, and she has been in custody since June. Or no, I think it's since February. Now I'm saying, had it been that young lady, she was going to school, or maybe she was working. That is how they snatched that thing away from her hand, and anytime she comes out, she'll now have to start afresh. It is not should be encouraged. They should allow the law take its due course whenever somebody is found guilty, especially if the person does not pose any danger. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. And until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.